So how's it going, everybody? I hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully you are, and if not, then hey, it's time to change that. But today I actually want to go over a very important topic that is going on in society that we really need to address, and it's in regards to dating now in our time, and how is that possible when politics come up. And I've noticed how it's affecting not only our friendships but also relationships. And so I was on Quora, and you can find me on Quora. Someone asked this question, and it was, "What would you do if you found out your crush had an extremely different political beliefs than yours?" And so the answer to that is, if there's extreme political beliefs involved for both sides, then the answer would be no. The reason why I say that is because people who have extreme political beliefs tend to be very close-minded to other people's opinions. And that's where it becomes problematic, because when you date somebody or you're seeing somebody, you want somebody who has an open mind and somebody that's willing to listen to your opinion, even if it doesn't necessarily agree with what they believe. So if you're dating somebody or seeing somebody who has extreme beliefs, it's most likely not going to work, because these problems will come up in the future as far as what they believe politically. And so in that sense, it's going to cause problems if the other person is not mature as yourself, or whether you're both not mature, and that's the case scenario. However, if you are a conservative or a liberal, then it is absolutely possible that you guys can date. And the reason why is because people who are conservative or liberal tend to be actually open-minded, believe it or not. And I think there's a stigma that goes around whether you're a liberal or conservative, and that means that you align with the extreme side of the party, and that's not true. And if you talk to these people, you actually have an honest discussion, I guarantee there'd be something you guys can agree on. And so the problem with society now is that we've made politics such a big thing. If somebody doesn't align with your political views, then you are absolutely wrong, and you are not mature enough, you don't understand society, so on and so forth. And that's not true. As human beings, we're meant to have different opinions, different views. That's what makes us humans. And so with dating, we've used this as a reason to neglect somebody for being with us because of their views. And that's completely unhealthy, because you'd want somebody that brings a different aspect into your life. You don't want somebody that's just the same as you. And I don't mean that you can't find somebody that doesn't have the same qualities, because you should. But I'm saying you want somebody who has a different mindset, different thought, to bring something into the table that you didn't have. And it's not necessarily mean they're going to attack you. It just means that they have a different way of thinking, and that's very healthy. You should have different opinions at all times. You're always supposed to be growing as a person. You're supposed to be changing and challenging yourself. And that's what the purpose of a relationship is, for you to grow. Another thing that I wanted to speak about is why it doesn't matter. And I'm speaking in behalf of whether you're a liberal or conservative. I'm not speaking on the extreme side, because with the extreme side, like I said, it's really hard to come to common ground, because level of maturity. What are politics? Politics is just like beliefs that we have in our society of, what we should be, and a sense that we have to choose one party or the other. And frankly, we shouldn't even be doing that, and that's what makes us so divided in society, is that we have to pick and choose. And we're told by people up there how to live our own lives. And that's what I have a problem with, is because that's not how it should be. When you date somebody, you should be dating them for the reason that, they caught your attention. What you saw in them, what made them stand out more to you than anybody else. It wasn't what political belief they had, it was what they brought as a person. And that's what you should be looking for more into them than what a politician has to say. Politics shouldn't be a reason for you to reject or accept anybody into your life. And so if you can ask yourself, what has politics done for your life? Has it helped you grow as a person? Has it helped you become a better person that you are today? Has it given you opportunities that you would have never had if you wouldn't have learned about politics? If you can answer yes to all of them, then yes, politics does add to your life. But majority of the time, it doesn't. So that being said, politics shouldn't be a guideline for who you date and who you don't. Are you telling me that if you met somebody that was completely amazing in every possible way, and then you found out their political beliefs were different other than yours, you would say, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't date you. Like, come on, people, be real. Politics adds nothing to the table. Like I said, you should be looking more for qualities of who they are. It'd be different if you guys were on a date or dating and they're on their phone all the time, they're checking other people out, they're not interested in what you say. So, how do you go about it if politics comes up in a date or in a relationship? Well, the answer is actually very simple. It's really all about listening. You have to listen to your partner and understand what they're saying and why they're saying it. Everybody has different beliefs for a certain reason, and they just want to express theirs. And it's your job to understand why they're saying what they're saying. And so once they have said that, then whether you agree or not, you let them know, but in the most loving manner possible, because you don't want to be rude. And if you are too into your emotions, then you know where you stand politically. And so let's say, for example, you're at a dinner, you guys are having a great time, there's drinks involved, which is usually the worst thing to have next to politics. And so they start getting into the topic of, this year's presidential candidates and who they're voting for and why they're voting for them and why they're the best choice for this country and so on and so forth. And you over there don't really like talking about politics because it's just, like you said, something you find to be, insignificant to a date. And so, and they ask, what's your opinion? What do you think? You could just say things like, I love the fact that you're so into politics and you're so passionate about it. And that's what's so great about you. But right now, you know what? I really want to know more about, what is it that makes you who you are? Like, I'm just still trying to figure out why you're so invested in getting into med school and stuff like that. Something that's more meaningful than, and the way I say that is because you want to change the subject because you don't want to stay in politics. It's not really a great subject to talk about. But, in a sense, you're deflecting it by saying something that you really mean. Okay, you guys have to mean what you say, and you're deflecting it into something that's better because now you're talking about them again. And not only by my example did I say that in a sense where they were talking about it, you let them express what they were saying and hearing what they're saying, but you turn it back to them by being sincere and saying exactly what you felt because you find them to be more interesting of what their goals in life is versus who they believe politically. Should you try to change someone if their political beliefs don't align with yours? And the answer is no. You should be willing to accept somebody just the way they are because that's what makes a person beautiful. That's what makes you who you are. It's being accepted for who you are. And that's the problem we have in society is that we're always constantly trying to change everybody to fit your own personal needs. And that's not how relationships should be. A relationship is built off two different people coming together to help each other grow and understand themselves. So if you're trying to change people, just know that that is a form of manipulation because you're trying to make them something that they are not. And if you are doing that on purpose, then it's something that you need to go see help for. So hey guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't, still like and subscribe. And thank you. Have a great day. And remember, everybody, you guys are beautiful. Take care.